here, the Frugal Crafter. Today's tutorial is for all you guys that say I don't have any time to be creative. All I have is 10 minutes here or there. Well, I'm going to show you can be creative in very little time. And we're going to paint a poppy, and I'm going to use watercolor pencils here. These are my Inktense pencils. Use whatever you have though. So I'm going to sketch it on with this carmine pink because it's not too dark. Once I wet it down, it's going to be pretty light. So I just started off with a basic kind of circular shape because I just wanted to kind of have a place for my flower, just kind of like a guideline. I find that starting with a basic shape, you can draw pretty much anything. And I'm just going around and putting in a few petals. See, it's not that difficult. Now for the center, there we go right there, I'm going to want some darker color, and I normally don't use black, but I thought today I'm going to try it and see how I make out with it. So we're doing a little experimenting here, and you'll learn with me on this note because I generally mix my own black. But since I want to do kind of a quick tutorial here today, I'm going to give it a whirl. We'll see how we do here. Now before I go any further, I actually want to liquefy this black because I want it to dry. The cool thing about the Inktense pencils is that once they're dry, they're permanent, so then I won't have to worry about this black again kind of going where it doesn't belong. So here I am just liquefying that black. It's going to lock it into the paper so I don't have to worry about muddying my pink later on. We'll just get that all, make sure you go over right to the edge so that you do get all that black locked down. I'm stealing a few minutes before I'm picking up some kids, and we're all going over to the pool to spend the day because the kids have a day off from school because it's parent-teacher conference time. All right, and you can it's kind of neat. I like to put my shadows first because it really defines the area. If you hear any odd noises upstairs, it's because my kids are up there getting ready to go to the pool. So I'm here taking this purple. This is mauve, number 0740 if you're looking for the exact color. And I'm just kind of scribbling in some lines. The thing with watercolor paint, and I think the thing with most paints, is that you're really just kind of hinting at what's there. Your job as an artist is not to replicate it perfectly. Your job is to get the feeling of it or the expression of it. A little bit of that liquefied there. And I'm liquefying the purple, and I don't care if that blends into the black because that's all kind of one area. And then I'm actually going to go in with the black and add some little lines here. And I'm going to go in with my pink, and I'm going to kind of define that center a little bit and add a few lines, and I am going to blot that with a tissue. Hold on as I find a paper towel. Not completely productive here, not prepared I guess is the right word. There we go, lighten that in the middle. And now I'm going to grab my heat gun and dry it up, but I will pause it so you don't have to watch me do that. Okay, we dried it up. I am going to grab my, this is sherbet lemon, which is kind of a chartreuse color. I am going to just kind of dab that in my water and add some more of that green back in because I lost some of it. And I'm also going to grab that carmine pink, again dipping it, and I'm going to add a little bit of that around the center part of the flower there. And I can dip my purple in and layer on some more of that. I'm not going to be getting into this area again, so even if I don't go back, I'm not going to go back over and wet it, so I know it's going to be fine and it's going to stay. Alright, the next colors we're going to use will be cherry red and carmine pink, so you can be ready for that. Alright, we're going to take our cherry red and we're going to put some shadows. Just kind of using the pencil to my advantage by actually pressing pretty hard onto the paper. I want that to be kind of like the crepey wrinkles that are in the poppy. And I'm going quickly. Of course, you can stop and pause it if you need to. But I think probably, I'll give you a little tip too. What I like to do is I'll go on the seed company websites like Brex and companies like that, Burpee, all those seed companies, and I will request their catalogs. My husband is a gardener, excuse me, and he's actually quite talented in actually getting things to grow. I am not, but I love the catalogs. because first of all, they come in like February when you're just so sick of winter, and they have some beautiful photography that you can use as ideas for your paintings. So I highly recommend that. And then, you know, I don't feel too bad about it because we do order from these companies, so it's not like I'm just being a catalog hog. But they've got some great photography. And then I'll just keep the catalog right in my reference file folder. And sometimes I just need to add a little something, or I need to check to see how something looks when I'm working on a painting. I usually don't copy it, you know, exactly, and I'm just going over with the very lightly with the carmine pink. I don't copy it exactly, but it really gives me some inspiration when I need it. All right, I'm using a number 5 round, I think. Yep, number 5 round. Any brand is fine. And look at that, it just really comes alive when you add the water. You start to see details, you start to see shadows and highlights. It's very explosive. And any watercolor pencils will work for this technique. I do like the Inktense though. If you are looking to purchase some, I would recommend the Inktense if you like the more vivid colors. If you prefer the softer colors, I like the Derwent, the regular watercolor pencils. I like the Carrot Aquarelle. Oh, I have a hard time with that. It's French. But they have those at Staples, and they're not very expensive. At least it never used to be. I've purchased those. I purchased them for myself, and I've also purchased them for gifts because they are a lovely pencil. Stampin' Up! Makes a watercolor pencil. At least they used to. Maybe they don't anymore, but I definitely know they used to, and that's fine. Absolutely. So use what you have. If you don't have any and you're trying to figure out what you want to get, I would recommend the Inktense because look at that. I'm going over the black, but I'm not muddying up my pink. I wouldn't go back and forth too aggressively over the black because it's not 100% that it's not going to lift. If you have any big chunks of pigment in there that you didn't completely dissolve, it will come up. So you want to be, you know, you don't want to do it on purpose, but if you bump into it, it's not going to be the end of the world. All right, now I'm going to go back in with my red and redefine some of these petals here. And let's see, I've got that petal. Just trying to remember where I put all my petals. It's kind of a, gonna be kind of tricky. There's one there. There we go, and put some shadows in between with the darker red. And then I think I'll put maybe I'll put even another little petal in there. I like how I can just kind of add to it if I wish. Some of these poppies have just some lovely, lovely details. Lots of petals on some of them. And I'm, you know, obviously I'm not a botanist. I just, you know, paint for fun. I don't really know too much about the plants, other than just what I've observed. And I don't even really know the proper names of a lot of these, but they are sure pretty to paint. And you're just getting a suggestion of them. It's always okay to turn your work so that you can get at the right angle so it's more comfortable for you to paint. A little shadow into that petal. Can define some of them. Alright, and now I think I will throw in a little bud. Oh, I do need another green if I'm going to do that. Something kind of earthy. This light olive would be good. I think I'll throw in just a little bud there. I like how they look like snake heads. I always think of that when I see poppies, and maybe just a leaf. Give this guy a stem. Put some of that yellow there on the top of the poppy bud, and we're going to give it a little bit of flower, a little bit of the petal poking out there. And some more of the green. And we're almost done here. You can even mix your colors. If I overlay one color over the other, it'll mix. And then I can multiply the colors that I have. So like if you can only afford a set of 12 or a set of 24, you can blend these colors so you can get all the colors that you need to do your artwork, which is a nice advantage that watercolor pencils have over like your markers and pastels even. You have much more blendability with these. All right, let's liquefy that. We are at 10 minutes. We're doing pretty good. Just adding some water there. Turning our sketch into a painting. I kind of like seeing some of the undissolved pencil marks. They kind of have a energy to them that you wouldn't necessarily have if you just painted with straight watercolor. I like that. All right, well there we go. We have a finished painting in about 10 minutes. Don't forget to sign your name. And as always, happy crafting. Thumbs up if you like this, subscribe, and you won't miss any other painting videos. Until next time, happy crafting.